Supreme Court just ruled that being a woman has to mean something, specifically a biological definition. So the UK court defined women as, drum roll please, women. Women. This is a huge win for women, and I can't believe we're even at the point we need a Supreme Court ruling to know what the women are. How are we here, people? Basically, the ruling tied the definition of sex to its ordinary meaning that a female with female parts is a woman.
That just makes no fucking sense.
I can't believe these words have to come out of my mouth. The case was brought to the court by a group of Scottish activists after the requirements for the country's parliament were adjusted to require 50% of its representation to be women, but allowed transgender women with gender recognition certificates, legally calling them women, to qualify.
And we all just normalize women having bulges sometimes.
And so rightfully, a lot of badass TERFs in Scotland were like, what the WF? The Organization for Women Scotland argued that the Scottish policy meant Parliament could consist entirely of biological males, as we've been covering on this show, male against male in pool. You're seeing exactly this. So it's not completely delusional for them to think absolutely this would happen, because the patriarchy is so crafty, they will turn themselves into women just to stay on top. JK Rowling took to X celebrating with a cigar. She is a goddamn hero in this entire situation. She didn't need to be doing this. I know a lot of people will say she's got billions, it doesn't matter, but she did take a stand. She did use her money to support these organizations and all of these lawsuits. She did risk her reputation. She could have just kicked back, enjoyed her residuals, and been a beloved child author. And instead now she's hated by many, gets death threats constantly, and is considered a TERF. And, you know, she's basically leader of the TERFs.
She did this early.
Before anyone.
When it was really risky to do so.
No, she stuck her neck out and started speaking out about this, because she herself came from a relationship where she was domestically abused, and then a lot of women were finding themselves in these shelters with biological men, and they were pushing back, and then they were getting attacked by activists and bullied by men into being okay with having men in these spaces, rape shelters, all of these places that generally women don't want men around. Prisons. We've covered this extensively. She is quite literally fighting against the patriarchy, and they continuously threaten her life every time she pushes back. I just want to say congratulations to all the women in UK who have fought for this, because there's a lot of women who don't have billions of dollars. They aren't famous. And JK Rowling has supported them. Helen Joyce, who's been on Walk-Ins Welcome. This was a big win for her. There's so many women who have been fighting this fight on TERF Island. It's ridiculous that they need to do. I still have a hard time believing we even need to codify this into law, although I'm very grateful that we have.
Right. I feel like this is an important baseline law to have in place that then people can start using to push back against all this other
all the shenanigans everywhere else.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's a good step. It's one small step for women, one giant leap for womenkind.